Hello guys and welcome to today's class. In this video I am gonna explain the chapter real numbers. Let's get started. What are real numbers? Real numbers constitute the union of all rational and irrational numbers. The real number system has many subsets. First one is natural numbers, second one is whole numbers, and third one is integers. The image that you are able to see is the chart of real numbers. Now let's see the subsets of real number system one by one briefly. Natural numbers. Natural numbers are the set of counting numbers which starts from 1 and goes on forever. They are denoted by capital N. Example, capital N is equal to 1, 2, 3 and goes on forever till infinity. Whole numbers. The collection of all natural numbers along with 0 is known as the set of whole numbers. They are denoted by capital W. Example, W is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and goes on till infinity. Integers. An integer is a positive or negative whole number including 0. It is denoted by capital Z. Example, Z is equal to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and goes on. This image is just an example to show you a number line representing integers, natural and whole numbers. Now let's see Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma states that for any two integers a and b, there exists a unique pair of integers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, in which r is greater than 0 and b is greater than r. This lemma is essentially equivalent to dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now let us take an example. If we take a is equal to 15 and b is equal to 3, it will become 15 is equal to 3 into 5 plus 0, where q is equal to 5 and r is equal to 0. The image that you are able to see is Euclid, a famous Greek mathematician. Euclid's division algorithm. What is algorithm? An algorithm is a series of well-defined steps which gives a procedure for solving a type of problem. Euclid's division algorithm is a technique to find the highest common factor, that is HCF, of two given positive integers. To obtain the HCF of two positive integers, say c and d, with c greater than d, we have to follow the steps below. Step 1. Apply Euclid's division lemma to c and d, so we find whole numbers q and r such that c is equal to d into q plus r, in which r is greater than 0 and d is greater than r. Step 2. If r is equal to 0, d is the HCF of c and d. If r not equal to 0, apply the division lemma to d and r. Step 3. Continue the process till the remainder is 0. The divisor at this stage will be the required HCF. Let's take an example. Using Euclid's division algorithm, find the HCF of 135 and 225. Answer. Since 225 is greater than 135, we apply the division lemma to 225 and 135 to obtain 225 is equal to 135 into 1 plus 90. Since the remainder 90 not equal to 0, we apply the division lemma to 135 and 90 to obtain 135 is equal to 90 into 1 plus 45. Since the remainder 45 not equal to 0, we apply the division lemma to 90 and 45 to obtain 90 is equal to 45 into 2 plus 0. Since the remainder has become 0, the process stops here and the divisor at this stage is 45. Therefore, HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. Now let's see a concept, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. This representation is called prime factorization of the number. This factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. The image presented here is an example. When we divide 140 by 2, it will become 70. When we divide 70 by 2, it will become 35. When we divide 35 by 5, it will become 7. So 140 is equal to 2 square into 5 into 7. Let's see the relationship between HCF and LCM. For any two positive integers a and b, HCF of a and b into LCM of a and b is equal to a into b. Let's take an example. Find the HCF and LCM of 26 and 91 and verify that LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. Answer. By prime factorization, 26 is equal to 2 into 13 and 91 is equal to 7 into 13. So HCF of 26 and 91 is equal to 13. And LCM of 26 in 91 is equal to 2 into 7 into 13 is equal to 182. So LCM into HCF is equal to 182 into 13 is equal to 2366, and product of two numbers is equal to 26 into 91 is equal to 2366. Hence LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. What are rational numbers? A number R is called rational number if it can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. The decimal expansion of rational numbers are terminating decimals and non-terminating recurring decimals. Some examples of rational numbers are 1 by 2, 3 by 1, minus 5 by 2, 2.5, 0.3 bar, etc. etc. Decimal expansion of every rational number is either terminating or non-terminating repeating. For any rational number p by q, if the prime factorization of q is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers, then its decimal representation is terminating. For any rational number p by q, if the prime factorization of q is not of the form 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers, then its decimal representation is non-terminating and repeating. Any real number which has a decimal expansion that terminates can be expressed as a rational number whose denominator is a power of 10. Also, the only prime factors of 10 are 2 and 5. Now, let us take some example sums. Is 17 by 8 has a terminating decimal expansion? This is the question. Let's see the answer. We have 17 by 8. First of all, we need to prime factorize the denominator, then it will become 17 by 2 cube. We also know that for a terminating decimal expansion, denominator should be of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. So 5 power 0 into 2 power cube. Also we know that 5 power 0 is equal to 1, which is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. Therefore, it has a terminating decimal expansion. Is 29 by 343 has a terminating decimal expansion? It is the second question. Let's see the answer. We have 29 by 343. We need to prime factorize the denominator, which will give 29 by 7 cube, which is obviously not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Therefore, it will not have a terminating decimal expansion. What are irrational numbers? A number is said to be an irrational number if it cannot be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. The decimal expansion of every irrational number is non-terminating and non-recurring. Some examples of irrational number are root 2, root 3, root 5, 0.01, 001, 0001 and pi, etc. Revisiting irrational numbers. If If a number p, a prime number, divides a square, then p divides a, where a is a positive integer. The sum or difference of a rational and an irrational number is irrational. The product of rational and irrational number is always irrational. Root p is irrational when p is a prime number. For example, 7 is a prime number and so root 7 is irrational. So that's all for today's class. I hope you guys understood the concept well.